What if an Indian sailor earns a living on the ship that another country has blacklisted? What will India do in such situation? In this editorial, we're going to talk about it. So come, let's have a look. Now, this debate is not just about ships, it's about jobs, internal law, diplomacy, sanctions, and India's global trade interests. The issue in simple words is some countries like US, UK, and European Union impose sanctions, which is economic restrictions on certain countries, companies, or ships. Now, these ships are often accused of helping sanctioned countries like Russia or Iran sell oil. Now, many Indian seafarers work on such ships because they provide employment and good salaries. Now, the question is, should India stop its citizens from working on these sanctioned ships? Now, the background is around 90% of the world trade by volume moves through ships. India is a major maritime nation with over 4 lakh seafarers, making it one of the world's largest suppliers of sailors. The Red Sea crisis, Russia-Ukraine war, and sanctions on Russian oil have brought the issue into focus. Recently, some Indian sailors and even a ship's captain faced legal issues abroad over alleged links to sanctioned ships. Now, the arguments for stopping Indian seafarers are: number one, protect Indian citizens. And sailors may get arrested or detained in foreign countries. They may unknowingly become a part of sanction violations. Second, protect India's reputation. India could be seen as indirectly helping countries evade sanctions. Third, it may affect India's image as a responsible global power. Then, avoid legal risks. Now, ships sometimes change names, ownerships, or flags, making it difficult to know who really owns them. Seafarers may unknowingly board risky vessels. Now, what are the arguments against stopping them? Most sanctions are not UN sanctions. Second is employment. Thousands of Indian families depend on these jobs. A blanket ban would reduce employment opportunities. Third is India's strategic autonomy. India follows an independent foreign policy. It does not automatically adopt Western sanctions. Fourth, maritime trade. Shipping is essential for global trade and India's economy. Over-restricting Indian sailors could hurt India's maritime industry. Now, what does the article suggest? Instead of banning Indian sailors, number one, better screening of risky ships, a stronger awareness and training for seafarers, better coordination between government agencies, improve monitoring of recruitment agencies, warn sailors about sanctioned vessels before they join. Lastly, there is a legal position. Now, there are multiple dimensions of the topic. First is the international relations dimension. Second is the governance dimension. Third is the economy dimension. Then there is a maritime security dimension. Lastly, international law dimension. Now, this becomes highly relevant for GS Paper 2, International Relations, Indian Diaspora and Welfare of Citizens Abroad, International Institutions, India's Foreign Policy, and GS Paper 3, Infrastructure, Economy and Logistics, Maritime Security, Energy Security. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching.